which means Elon Musk's valuation or total wealth should be about 36% of Africa. That's 1/3 of Africans' total valuation and GDP as estimated. Now, the largest economies in Africa is South Africa, Egypt, and Nigeria. South Africa is about $480 billion. Egypt and Nigeria hovers around $400 billion. So Elon Musk is worth $1.1 trillion. That's the total valuation of Elon's personal wealth. And when we say he's worth $1.1 trillion, it means that all his valuation in terms of shares across all sectors that he has interest and investments in. Now we're talking about SpaceX, because SpaceX just concluded a part of their initial offerings, which actually skyrocketed Elon's personal net worth to about 1.1 trillion. So he has a lot of shares as the founder of SpaceX, the Drilling Company of America, Neuralink, Tesla, XAI, and a whole lot of other investment that Elon can boast of. Right now, I want us to take a trip to compare Elon's network and valuation with most of our African industries, number one, and Africa as a continent, number two, and equally our individual billionaires and their conglomerates in Africa. So it's going to be a long ride. So I want you to stick with me so that we'll put this Elon's network in perspective, in data, and in scale. Okay, Africa as a continent, we have about 54 countries. And Africa as a continent boasts or has a total GDP estimated to be at about $3 trillion, which means Elon Musk's valuation or total wealth should be about 36% of Africa. That's 1/3 of Africans' total valuation and GDP as estimated. Now the economies in Africa is South Africa, Egypt, and Nigeria. South Africa is about $480 billion. Egypt and Nigeria hovers around $400 billion. Okay, now if you're looking at that, that means Elon Musk is about 3 times wealthier than Egypt and Nigeria. Okay, and he's about more than 2 times wealthier than South Africa as a country in Africa with all our vast mineral resources. That is it. And he is richer than 16 smaller African countries. I'm talking about Senegal, Gabon, Angola, Botswana, and a host of African countries that you can name, okay? Now, that is how much Elon is worth. Now, let's talk about the biggest industries in Africa, okay? Let's talk about the biggest industry in Africa. Africa as a whole, agriculture boasts of about 20% of all our GDP in Africa, because agriculture employs more people than any other sector put together. And the total output or valuation of our agricultural output yearly is about $600 billion. And now Elon Musk is worth 1.1. So that is around 2 times Africa's agricultural inputs in a year. That means Elon Musk can fund our farms, our crop, our fishing, our livestock, and what have you for 2 years. Every farm, every crop facility, and all of that for 2 years in Africa. Let's talk about our mines. We'll talk about gold, oil, and so many, our mines. Now, Elon Musk is worth about 2 times or more than that, almost 3 times our mines and our natural resources. We are talking about platinum, cobalt, diamond, gold, stretching from Ghana to South Africa to Botswana to Zimbabwe and Congo. So we're talking about rare earth minerals. So Elon Musk is worth 3 times that, because our total annual output of valuation for these mines and our natural resources is about $400 to $500 billion every year. So what are we talking about? Africa hosts the 30% of the whole world's natural mineral resource reserve. 30%. 30% of that is domiciled in Africa. Now we're going to look at our individual industries, you know. So let's talk about the biggest names in Africa, like Dangote, like Naspera, like a whole lot of them. Dangote is valued to be what, around 36 to 37 billion dollars. And Elon Musk is about 30 times richer than Dangote, who has interest in refining oil, cement, sugar, petrochemicals, logistics, and so on and so forth. So Elon Musk is worth about 30 times Dangote, 30 times more than Dangote. Now, Naspera, which is Africa's crown jewel of tech, so Elon Musk is worth about 27 times Naspera. That's the South African company that has interest in telecoms and equally in tech. So Elon Musk is worth 27, because Naspera is worth about 48 point something billion dollars in their total valuation. If you talk about Boa Group and the ShopRite, which is valued at about $10.8 billion, it will take them 100 years to generate what Elon Musk is worth at this present time. ShopRite, that it will take them about 100 years to meet up or catch up with Elon Musk's total valuation. Now, telecos and some of them in Africa is worth about 25 point something billion. We're talking about MTN and the rest of them. So Elon Musk is about 48 times wealthier than our telecos in Africa. So we're trying to put in perspective, in scale, Elon Musk's personal fortune and valuation, wealth valuation, is bigger in comparison to what we have in Africa. Now the question is, how is one person's fortune bigger than that of a whole continent that boasts of human, natural resources that stretches to, limitless degree? Well, the question and the answer lies in critical infrastructure, capital flight, exploitation of our minerals, and putting down some policies and African unity. That is why we're shouting about what is happening in South Africa. If Africa can come together and protect their minerals and create value for every single thing or potential that we have in Africa, then I'm telling you, in 10 years, Africa will be worth more than 20 trillion. Yes, if we put ports in place, if we put industries and factories in place, if Africa become the exporter of finished products rather than just raw material, if Africa begins to manufacture, assemble, and do so many things and create jobs and grows its GDP, then in 10 years, Africa will be worth more than $25 trillion. So I hope you followed this, and if you have questions, if you have arguments, if you have perspective, if you have other skills, if you have other data about this, let's hit in the comment section and let's learn more. I'm open to learning. And this is existential conversation, and that is how much Africa can grow and how much we need to do as a continent to catch up with the fleeting years that AI and technology is doing around the world. God bless you. Make sure you're sharing and you're following this. Ciao.